Hello, this is Austin Willoughby, and this is my Graybox for the final project for level design. So originally, this level started out as a Skyrim dungeon, and then as soon as I got into Creation Kit, I wanted to bash my head into into my computer. So I instead decided to make it into a Minecraft dungeon. So it starts out here. Right now, I'm in creative mode, but players will be in adventure mode, so they can't break blocks, but they can fight and interact with things. So you start out in this area that is sealed by two high blocks all the way around, so there's no way for the player to get out of this area. Um, Later on, I'm going to be adding some story elements. So in these chests, you'll find books about an archaeological dig that's going on here, and you'll eventually find out that um, some kind of curse or something was unleashed, and spiders came and killed all of the archaeologists. So you come down here. Um, a little bit of glitchy there, but um, you're in this dark ravine, and the only lit area is over here. And you come and find this statue, which will be mentioned in some of the writings, but nothing else to do here. So the only other place to go is down this ladder. And when players go down this ladder, they will realize it is a one-way trip. So we are now stuck down here. We can go this way only so far, and we will hit this double high block right here. And I will actually fly down this way. But players will traverse their way down this cave. There'll be monsters spawning in here and stuff. Right now the game's on peaceful, so none of that's happening. And they will end up here, which is obviously the only place they can go, and it's an obvious gateway that they should go through. So they come through here, and they come out in this other large underground ravine with this very menacing-looking structure up ahead. And because of all these iron fences, there's nowhere to go but into the structure. And this is kind of the main dungeon area. So it's focused around this large three-story room here. Players will constantly be coming back here, and the main path is that way. But I will actually show you down here. So this seems like a room with nothing to do. But if players actually look around a little bit, they will find that they can actually go down in the water here. And if they come down here, they can only go so far, and they come to this chest. I'll probably put some kind of strong rare item in here. And when the players open this chest, it will open this secret door here. As they walk forward, the door closes again, and a door opens back up in this room, so they'll be able to get that. Also, I forgot to mention before, I will fly up and actually show this, but from out on this bridge, players can actually see where that water dumps out, so that chest is right back in there. So kind of, if the player takes the time to look around, they will see that and kind of wonder why it's the only thing lit in here, and eventually hopefully find that out and feel a sense of accomplishment. So in this center room, you can it gives the impression that this place is kind of in ruin, and obviously because of the light level in here, monsters will be spawning. I'll also be putting monster spawners in places, but we have these support beams here that have collapsed from up here. There should be one there and there. Parts of the remnants are up there as well. So I've started adding detail to the level, but right now most of it is just blocked out. I haven't even added like mossy or cracked stones in here. So coming through here, players will be encountering. This is like an area where there'll be monsters, like monster spawners. Here we have just a little bit of detail. This painting, nothing out of the ordinary about it, but if you notice, there's a little bit of light coming out from behind this, and if players go in here and find it, there's another secret chest there with some bonus loot in it. So the light now kind of brings the players down this way, down this staircase, and it'll bring them to that lever. If they don't go to that lever, they will be met with an impassable door over here. So they'll have to go back, head down the stairs, fight their way down the stairs, because like I said, there'll be monsters spawning. And you flip that, you hear the door open, and you are free to continue on. So we will go up the stairs now to the second floor. And the second floor I kind of thought of as like the whatever this underground ruin is kind of like these could be different chambers and stuff. That could be bedrooms or laboratories or some kind of something like that. It'll depend on how I theme them. So there'll be some not crazy good loot, but some minor loot in here and some monsters to fight. Probably again like in the hallways downstairs with monster spawners to get more reliable results. So we'll come back into this main room. And there's a little branch off this way that actually goes to this little balcony that you could actually see from the bridge earlier. It just gives players kind of a way to recenter themselves and get an idea of what's going on. There could also be a chest or something out here that players will be able to see from the bridge that will kind of want them to come up here. So we have more ruins that have fallen down from up here. These little balconies you can go out and look on as well. And we can come down this other hallway. Oh, actually, I forgot to mention. So the player can find this staircase here, but there is no way to actually get up that staircase. So they'll work their way around. They will come down this hallway and into this room where I plan on having a mini boss, like a special mob that has a lot of health and a lot of stats, and probably a pretty good weapon that the player has to fight. There's this little balcony just for some detail. And then they can head up this ladder here. And they will come up to kind of little challenge area. So now we are on the third floor, but we have to get over there. And most of these structures we cannot walk across. But actually the very last one here, this structure has kind of fallen sideways and get across. So now we're on the third level. We can walk down here. There's going to be more mobs spawning. Some side rooms here with enemies and stuff like that. Some loot. And then finally they will come to the final boss room. So there'll be a really strong mob in here, maybe with some extra mobs as well that they'll have to fight. And then they will be able to come in here, maybe have some good loot in here, and there is this lever that they can flip, which turns that light on and opens this door over here. At the same time as opening that door, it also triggered this piston system over here and opened a secret door. And the secret door actually leads out right over the shoulder of the statue, which the player found right at the beginning of the level. The idea for that kind of came from, like I said, it was originally the dungeon was originally designed as a Skyrim level, so having a quick exit kind of came out of that, and I thought it would just be kind of cool. So that's the whole level. For the first iteration, I plan on obviously fixing things that people suggest, as well as adding mob spawning, and like I said, trying to get the beginnings of a little bit of a story built in. So I hope you enjoyed the level, and I look forward to working on it some more. Thanks.